Good morning, everyone. You had 3 minutes. I think I've got about 20 seconds, but being from the Faculty of Education, I might have to go over that. What a wonderful privilege to get to see students from other faculties, to hear such wonderful stories, to be able to see that you can actually talk about your research in 3 minutes. Fantastic, and I take my hat off to you all at this inaugural event. I'm hoping that this is going to be a thing that happens in the future, and you can then tell everyone else to come along and join us for the next one. So, my sincere thanks to you all. I'm very proud of you all. Actually, I've got goosebumps here. You were all fantastic. Unfortunately, there can only be a winner or two, and we'll tell you who they are later on.
I don't want to duplicate all that has been said already. I really enjoyed listening to the presentations. There were some that I read in advance and I didn't have a clue what they were about, and then you made them very clear to me, so that was awesomely done. I do have a comment sort of in general that I think people may want to look at as room for improvement. I thought some of the slides were too complicated and too wordy and too much information and went above my head at least. So for my sake at least, make your slides as punchy and as short as you can possibly make them. Otherwise, it was fantastic listening. And I also noted some additional careers that some may wish to pursue. I shared with one colleague that I thought she could be a gospel preacher in her next career. And there was one that I thought could easily go into politics after this. So if your academic career doesn't work out, there's definitely other scopes that you can explore. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I must start by saying I found this very exciting, thought-provoking, and I know the challenge of trying to present your thesis in 3 minutes. I can just share the joke that when I was doing my thesis, I always tried to figure out if I meet my grandmother and she says, "What are you doing?" And I'm thinking, how am I going to explain that? I think you did a great job. I think one comment that I can make is to say that when you have 3 minutes, I think one is it's important to stick to the what, the how, and the so what, you know? In very few, I think all of you have done that excellently. So I think that all of you are very good science communicators. So it's a skill that all of us have to learn, and I think you're on the right path.
Good morning, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure. And I really congratulate you, Jay, for this initiative, and I think we should take it up further and make it a national initiative. And another challenge I have for you, Shirin, at UJ, is to maybe invite a few undergrads to come and listen to this, just to stimulate the science interest at a very early level so that people can think about having to do postgraduate studies. But the general comment is that this is in line with the push to get science communication out. And I think from this speaking now, you must concentrate very hard on your writing and get these stories out there. So it was absolutely wonderful. But I've got very few specific comments for some of you that didn't push the how very well. So all of you have done excellently, I must say. It's just that we also always have to push people even higher than what they are. The how is very important, that you're doing this for this reason, and this is the knowledge gap. But how, just mention how you're going to do it. I know you know how you're going to do your studies, but when you're talking, just plan to show that how are you going to do it. But otherwise, it was so difficult to even rank. I think all of you deserve something. Okay, thank you very much.
Good morning. It was an absolute pleasure and honor for me to be here today. What was more exciting for me over and above the different topics from different departments and faculties was to see the youngsters that are in the PhD level, because it's quite lonely, and you guys that are still busy with your PhD, just do it quickly so that we can all talk our language in research than philosophy all the time. And congratulations to everyone. And just to add on what Dr. Tanda said is that in addition to that, some speakers here, they missed, for me, the research problem as to what called for you to do that. Contribution and everything else was great. On most of you, I understood what you found out. But what called for you to do that? I think for me that was very key, because I need to know the research problem before I assess whether your methods are good or not. Thank you kindly.
Hi everybody. I think that we have quite a number of presenters here. That was very good. You could go for TV job or something like that. I really enjoyed it. Coming from industry and business, I'm looking for what's the message you want to convey and why you are doing this. Very important. I think important for this whole exercise is I want to be a research ambassador in industry, and it's so important for industry to get linked up with universities to change the perception that universities aren't either sort of towers, but really can apply knowledge. And I really enjoyed that. You only have 30 seconds to make an impression. That's the latest in communication. And you had a little bit more, but you did very well. Standard, very high. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to hear more. And hopefully we could make this a reality show on TV or something like that. You will find sponsors for this type of thing because it's really entertaining. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
The University of Johannesburg. Rethink, reinvent.